Why you don't record me? No.
Why do we cheat?
Men know they cheat sake of anything. Men they cheat sake of them be men. It be biology. Because every man they feel like what be the name? He gets opportunity to choose plenty women, because even in time of old, men were allowed to marry plenty, but a woman is not allowed to do same. So when a man cheats, that's why I was explaining that when a man cheats, it's different from when a woman cheats.
So you see the explanation you gave first.
Yeah.
That was it. You said men cheat because of biological something. That's why you think men cheat.
And that's the point I was trying to explain. I explained it.
Explain.
No, I explained it.
No, you didn't explain. You're going somewhere else.
If you go back to the video, you realize
I was
explained
lost.
it.
Welcome back. Moving forward to episode 2. So the first question is, who should pay for a date?
Who-
The lady or the man? Who should pay for a date? When you guys go out on a date, who should pay?
Whoever idea it was to go for the date should pay. So if it was the woman who suggested that they should go for the date, she should pay. But if it's the man who also suggested that they should go for the date, the man should pay. But I think that men have a leadership potency and obligation. So most of the times when these two genders go on a date, men
tend
to pay like spontaneously. They are not asked, but they do. Because when a woman takes that position, we feel like, as men, we feel like our power has been taken away from our hands. But logically thinking, I think that whoever idea it was to go for the day should do the payment.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's cool. The next question is sex always on your mind? Do you always think about sex?
As a man or as men?
As men, do you always think about sex?
As men,
Because for ladies, we think men, it's always about sex. When we wake up, sex in the afternoon, sex in the evening. So is it true? Do you guys always think about sex?
no, it is not true. Men don't always think about sex. Men have other better things they are thinking about. Men only think about sex when the woman they love is around them. As men, we don't have any problem having sex with the woman we love 24/7 every time of the day. Even though it is women who most of the times have mood swings, there are times they don't feel like having sex. Men are not like that. When you are around a man who loves you, he doesn't care what time it is. He wants to have sex with you once he loves you and he has a particular connection with you. I know there are some men out there who will still have sex with you whether they love you or not. But generally thinking, men are not generally talking, men are not always thinking about sex. Okay, men are only thinking about sex when the woman they love is around them.
Okay, that's cool, ladies. So what's the most attractive feature of a girl? I know that every man has what they like on a girl or what they love on a girl.
Yeah.
But I want you to answer generally. What do you think is one thing that's most attractive on a girl? Is it the ass? Is it the boobs, the eyes, the lips? What do you think is most attractive?
I think that physique and looks are very important to men. And I think any man who has ever approached a woman, first of all, it was the physique that attracted them to her. But what really makes a man stay in the life of a woman is her mind. The fact that she gives the man peace and quiet. Every man wants peace of mind because the day is already hard. There are so much rigors out there. When we go out there, we fight for our lives. We come back to the house with whatever we hunted out there to come and provide and protect our women. So when we come back to the house, what we want from a woman is peace and quiet. A woman who, cook for us and not nag. A woman who will put us in her bosom and make us feel that there is joy in the house. In as much as there is trauma and rigor out there, there is joy in the house. Home is always the place we can come back to have our peace of mind.
Regardless of that, what is on a woman that you feel like men like the most? Like physical.
Okay, so you have narrowed it to physicality. I think physically, everybody has what attracts them to a woman. I think there are men who like breast, and I think there are men who like ass. There are men who also go for complexion, and what have you. So with respect to physique, it has to do with the particular man's orientation.
So you in particular, what on a woman do you like? Are you a boobs guy? An ass guy?
I am sapiosexual. I love women's minds, their intellectualism, the depth of their brain.
Okay, so that's cool. How do you feel about periods?
How do I feel about
Periods.
it? Is period for me.
How do you feel about it? Do you feel it's disgusting? Do you feel it's normal? Do you feel like when your girlfriend or someone around you is on her period, do you feel, are you that kind of man that said, because I'm on your period, don't touch me, don't cook for me? Are you that kind? How do you feel about period?
Like I said, when a woman is on her period, it is period for me. It doesn't mean the woman disgusts me. It doesn't mean period disgusts me. I don't have a problem changing my woman's pad for her when she's on period. I think that it is just insanity for a man to go ahead and have sex with a woman when she's on her period, because period is supposed to be a death of blood coming out, and so you do not have to have any form of intimacy with a woman who is going through her period. But as a man, when you are with a woman whom you love, the fact that she is going through her period doesn't mean everything about her should disgust you. In times of old, when a woman was going through her period, she was cast out of the home.
Yeah.
She was separated. She was made to stay aside. But I think it was like that because there was no proper sanitary way of keeping periods. Now we have a proper way of keeping periods. As I'm sitting with you, you could be going through your period and I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
And so things have changed. There's advancement, there's civilization. So when a woman is going through period, the only thing I can say is that as a man, you do not have to go ahead and have sex with her. You have to wait until she's done and have sex with her during her safe period. That's if you don't want pregnancy to come in. But if you want pregnancy to come in, you let the safe period pass and you can have sex with her. So with respect to period, I don't really have any problem with that, but I wouldn't really have any form of intimacy with her during this stage.
Okay, so do you mind if your girlfriend has a lot of guy friends?
I do mind.
Why?
I don't think a woman should have a lot of guy friends,
Why?
because guys are not in your life to, I mean, fun you. They are not in your life to. Every guy in your life whom you didn't come from the same womb is in your life to enter your pant. So as my girlfriend, I don't think you should have a lot of guys in your life. I wouldn't endorse for my girlfriend to, unless we have established a very staunch level of trust, where when I see you with a guy, I'm okay. Because in as much as I know the guy's motive is to have sex with you, I know that I have built a very strong trust system with my woman and she wouldn't allow for that to happen.
Then you're comfortable.
Then I'll be comfortable. But even that, I'll still have stringent restrictions, because there is no way many guys will be in the life of a woman and one day there wouldn't be a slip. When there are so many guys in your life, all of them trying to
Get to you.
get into your pant and trying to have some sort of intimacy to have with you, and you keep rejecting and you keep rejecting, one time it is going to happen. Let me give you an example. When you see that a burglar has attempted to enter your room, but they couldn't, but they have tampered with the door, and you don't do anything about it, and they come the following time and tamper again, and they couldn't, and you don't do anything about it, over a long period of time, they are going to be able to do it because the door will now be weak. So as a woman, when you allow so many guys into your life in that regard, I wouldn't really endorse it. I think that you should have standards, you should have barriers, you should have just a close circle of friends who are in your life for good, and not to take advantage of you.
Okay, so ladies, break up with all your guy friends. Is it important for a girl to be a virgin?
Yes, it is very, very important for a girl to be a virgin. Highly important. Because every man wants to be the portal that a woman will use to know the world. If you're a woman and you already know the world, the man feels like he doesn't really have any role to play in your life. And like I said earlier, men are highly interested in a woman's past, whereas women are highly interested in a man's future. So if you are a woman and your past is full of body counts, men are highly insecure, like I said earlier. So when you're a virgin, it's a plus. And I think you will agree with me that virgin is highly coveted among older people. When you are old and you look at a young damsel who is now coming up, who is a virgin and she's now coming up, you look onto her and you covet her. You wish, sometimes you miss your old self, because there is purity that comes with virginity. When you're a virgin, there is this purity around you, and it is a form of security for men. When you're a man and a woman is a virgin, you are highly happy, because you are going to be her portal to the world. You are going to show her what the world looks like. And if you are the first person to show a woman what the world looks like, you take your position as a man, and the woman also takes her position as a woman.
Okay, final question then, Rihanna. Can you forgive cheating?
It depends on the type of cheating, and it depends on the situation. If, like I said, you can have near misses, like I gave the example for the burglary. When you're a woman and a man really wants to take advantage of you, I think the man will not just plunge into doing that. He will give you signals. And if you give in eventually for it to happen, then it means that it was willing. It wasn't a mistake. It wasn't an accident. If such is the situation, I don't think I can forgive the woman, because already her mind was shifted.
Already into it.
Exactly. Her mind was shifted. So men can really forgive cheating depending on how it happened. If it was a rape case, then fine. But if it was something that you did voluntarily, then I think it's very, very difficult. And I think it also breaks trust. And whenever there's no trust, there's no relationship, because there will always be arguments and fights.
Okay. So when you cheat on your girlfriend, you expect her to forgive you?
Of course, cheating is different with men as opposed to women. Like I said earlier, when a woman cheats, it's different, because the way men think is different from the way women think when it comes to cheating. I give you an example. I said earlier that when a woman lays down with a bunch of men, she's seen as a promiscuous woman. Society calls such a woman a prostitute, but society don't call a man who sleeps with a bunch of women a prostitute.
Okay.
And even when you look across every culture, across every book, across every fable, every story, there's not been in the history of man that a man will have a bunch of wives, a bunch of girls around him, and be seen as a negative man, or be described as a negative person. Women are described negatively in society when there are a bunch of men around them. So perspective with regards to cheating between men and women are different. I'm not encouraging cheating in any way. I think that it is very, very important for people dating to keep loyalty and faithfulness between them. But I think that when a man cheats, it shouldn't be seen in the same light as a woman cheats.
Okay, so that's it, ladies. I hope I did a good job. Thank you, Wisemoney.
I hope I answered your questions well.
Oh, you did. Wisemoney is on YouTube, so please kindly subscribe to him.
Yes, you can find my channels on you can find my channel on YouTube as Wisemoney. You can also find me on Instagram as Wisemoney Bespoke. You can find me on Facebook as Wisemoney Iggy. And when you type Wisemoney on Twitter, Wisemoney Bespoke on Twitter, you find me there too.
Okay, thank you, Wisemoney, for coming. And then I'd like to tell my viewers that whilst Wisemoney was talking about the final, can you forgive cheating, he said something. He said that if a man cheats, it's normal, but if a woman cheats, they have a problem.
I also said
so that's going to be another topic on this channel.
I also said
so
I don't encourage cheating.
But you are going to debate on that. So subscribe and then comment under what you think about that thing, because you're going to talk about it on the next episode. Thank you for watching and have a lovely night.
Keep it locked.